Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it's time for our next Saturday with Stacy, YouTube class number 460. With any luck, we are all watching this at 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, and we are live chatting. Last week, I set the premiere for midnight. Who knew? I get up in the morning and I'm like, wait, what? As were many of you. So you're like, wait, where did the live chat go? So I hope that you have all come back and joined me this morning. And if you are a newbie to Scrapbooking Made Simple and our YouTube classes, we do a free technique-based class every Saturday. They're commercial free, and we hope to show you products that you might not have seen before, or things that you already have in your crafty stash that maybe you're not utilizing to their fullest abilities. Now this week I've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that for you, for sure. Our calendar tabs are in for 2023, and our calendar tabs are always a huge success. They're popular beyond our wildest dreams because, by gosh, they make the most adorable gifts and they are so darned affordable. Then I brought in product. Well, let me do my winner chicken dinner, and then I'll talk to you about the rest of the product that is coming in. So if you are joining us during the premiere Saturday morning, not Friday, Saturday morning at 8 a.m., there's a live chat going on over here. I sure hope you say hello. Type in hi, tell us where you're from, and we will say hello back. There's usually hundreds of us on there, and we always are looking forward to making a new friend. All right, so I have winner chicken dinner to talk about. There's two of you from the last YouTube 459, and that was when we took the metallic inks and we used them with the that was really great. We used them with the empty markers from Ozzy Andrew, the empty alcohol markers. Love that. Oh, look at here. Okay, one of these names I can't pronounce, but somebody was kind enough to put it phonetically for me so I can look at it and see, okay, I get it. I know how to pronounce her name. And the second one is much easier. I'm going to start with the second one. So these two lucky ladies posted a comment last week. Now, live chat doesn't count as a comment. It's got to be a comment that's below me. You post your comment and it can be about anything as long as it's kind. So I'm not voguing here. You can't talk about my personal appearance or my personal attributes, that I talk too much, that I laugh too loud, whatever. I get it. I'm going to be 54 years old. I think I know me by now. Just say something nice about your day, your pets, your family, your job, your whatever you're crafting on, and we will approve that comment. SMS Guy James will approve that comment, and then you go into the running for a $25 gift card. And both of these lucky ladies did just that, and they have $25 in their online account waiting for them right now. You don't have to do anything to claim your prize. If we can figure out who you are in your online account, we'll drop the money in. Okay, our first winner is Pauline. Pauline Smith, congratulations. Boy, this is a good one to be a winner chicken dinner on, because you're going to be able to spend that money on this product and it's going to go a long way. 25 bucks is going to get you a ton of stuff. So hello, Pauline. Congratulations. You are a winner chicken dinner. But you are not alone. This is the funny one. It's Sarah. Hello, Sarah. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm just going to look at the name inside the parentheses to tell me it's Sarah Who is. Sarah Who is. Who is? Look at, do you see? They spelled it out, they sounded it out for me, because I think they knew I would just probably cringe. But congratulations, Sarah. Or maybe Sarah put that in her post. You might have put that in your post. If I'm a winner, this is how you pronounce my name. Who is. Hello. I love it. That works just fine for me. Congratulations, Sarah and Pauline. We hope that both of you enjoy your winner chicken dinner prizes and spend that money on something that is just going to make your heart happy. That's all it's about. I was talking to a customer the other day on the phone, and she's like, I was a winner chicken dinner, and I know you say to spend it on something frivolous, but I couldn't. I bought Stacy tape, and I'm so happy. And I was like, okay, if that makes your heart happy, that makes my heart happy. She says, I know you always say buy something that you wouldn't normally buy, but I wanted the Stacy tape, and I needed Stacy tape. I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're happy. She was so sweet, honestly. All right, so let's do the winner chicken dinner dance for Sarah and Pauline. Yes, are we ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo, for you. Congratulations to the both of you. Like I said, the money's already in your online account. How do I know that? Because there's little check marks. We now have little check marks to be sure. Sometimes it gets forgotten. We pull it and then we forget. And then I'm announcing them and everybody's like, yay. And then I'm like, oh, did we put the money in? So then I'm doing the live chat, but then I'm running over to make sure the money's in there. Now we've got the little check mark. It's amazing what one little box can do for somebody. Just one little extra box. All right, so today is all about calendar tabs and using product a little bit out of the box. The calendar tabs are here. Usually I order chipboard and acrylic to go with them in shapes. Every year the shapes are different. I have to tell you, I am so glad I didn't do that this year. To get the calendar tabs here, which are calendar tabs, you're like, what are they? They're this. They're these cute little calendars. Now, they cost $1.99, and we're selling them bundled with something else. And you're like, $1.99? Yes, you get 10 sets of calendars. 10. So you could make 10 projects if you're doing a full set of calendars per project with this. It's craziness. But I ordered the calendars, and I thought, I'm going to hold on the acrylic and the chipboard, the new shapes this year, because I just had this feeling, and I was right. The shipping for these cute little guys was so much. It was so high that basically this is a break even. This is a wash. This is a, oh well. At least this year it is. Who knows? Next year, maybe not. But my goodness, if I had ordered chipboard and acrylic, I would have been paying you to buy them. It would have been the shipping. The cost of shipping has gotten so astronomical. My jaw dropped when I heard what it was going to cost to ship these over via how we normally do. And it was about $3,000, I think was the quote. I'm like, oh my gosh. $3,000. So I can only imagine what it would have been if I had done chipboard and acrylic. So we have chipboard and acrylic from last year, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to use that this year. We're going to put it on sale at, I think, 50% off, and hopefully next year things will be a little different, and I'll be able to do calendar tabs in new shapes with new chipboard and new acrylic shapes. But for now, wahoo ka-choo, you're going to get your calendar tabs, yay, for 2023, and then you get to save on all of the chipboard and acrylic that we had last year. So that's one of the things we're going to be working with. One of the other projects we're going to be working with is mini stencils from Creative Expressions. So they do these fabulous little mini stencils. Love them, but they always sell out. Always sell out. I get a notification that they've just launched, and because the Creative Expressions is in the United Kingdom, I get notification in the middle of the night. So I will literally wake up and get online so I can get my order in. When it's something like that, I'm no different than you. I have to get my order in before it sells out, because when it's gone, it's gone. I feel you. I really do. I understand how stressful it can be. So I went in and the mini stencils came in, and I'm a girl who likes to buy it all. So I don't cherry pick. I don't pick, I don't pick out of the 6 or out of the 18 stencils, maybe I like 6 of them and I only buy 6. Nope, I just buy them all, and I try to buy as many as we possibly can afford because I never know if they're going to come back or not. So we bought the stencils and I had absolutely no idea when I was going to use them. I just knew that I wanted the mini stencils because I never can get my hands on them. Maybe we can get 12 at a time or 18 at a time. So I bought all I could of all 18 stencils, and they've been sitting here because I just didn't know what I was going to do with them. You know, but I wanted them. But I didn't know when I was going to use them, but I wanted them. So I bought them, I paid for them, and they've been sitting here waiting for inspiration. And then I get a call from a company that most of you may not know too much about. It's a company called Yasutomo, and they do origami paper and watercolors and nori paste. And I get a call from them, and it's bring, 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 bring. Hello, Stacy. This is Yasutomo. Hey, we've got an amazing deal for you on origami paper. Like origami paper. Like, hello, Yasutomo. It's so good to talk to you. We don't do origami. And they're like, we know. But we know you, and you'll figure something to do with this paper. You will. You'll figure something else out. And I said, but we don't do origami. And so they said, but we're going to make it worth your while. We're going to make the price so amazing that you can't say no. And I said, but if we don't do origami, I can say no. They said, Stacy, let us send you a couple samples and you look at it, and we just know you're going to figure out something besides origami to do with this paper. So they sent it. And I was like, But then I turned it over and I went, So then I bought it, not knowing when I was ever going to use it. But like they said, they made it at a price that was so good, I couldn't pass it up. That's the way to get to my heart, is make the deal so phenomenal that I have to buy it even though I have no clue when I'm going to use it. So the origami paper has also been sitting here, not knowing when I was going to use it. And so then the calendar tabs finally get here, and they come in, and I'm like, So I grabbed the origami paper and I grabbed the stencils, and it was like magic. Crazy how things come together. But I bought the origami paper and the stencils not knowing how or when or why I was going to use it. I just knew that it was really good. The origami paper, we're going to use it in a way they had never imagined, and it is so affordable. I have it at such a deal for you that how could I say no? The manufacturers know that about me. If they make the deal good enough, even if I don't know when I'm going to use it or how I'm going to use it, they'll know I'll buy it. I'm such a sucker for a good deal. I am. So I have all of that in store for you today. We're going to play with this origami paper that we're not going to do origami with. I'm going to play with these mini stencils that make my heart happy because they are small, they're affordable, they're easy to use, they travel well, and if you're not big into stencils, this gives you a nice collection to start with. And if you love stencils, well, then these are just going to add. Really, they are. And then I've got the chipboard and the acrylic, and we'll get to all of that. But I think the place I'm going to start first, maybe I'm just going to build a calendar, and then I will go into the origami paper and how I think we should use it. Okay, maybe that's what I'll do, is just show you how a calendar tab works, and then we'll move on. So it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I'm going to tilt down, I'm going to show you some samples, and we're going to get started for today. It's good to see you. Bye. And hopefully we are all live chatting right now. Okay, and a little more, maybe up a hair bit more. This is my big, highly technique There we go. Okay, so let me show you some samples real quick. These are calendar tabs. So this is the chipboard that I was talking about. Simple, easy. This is actually the washi paper, and these are the calendar tabs, and you get all 12 months, and they just make simple, easy gifts. Whether you hang it, you put a magnet on the back for somebody's refrigerator, you easel it, however you do it, it's just a super fun and easy gift and totally affordable. Here we've combined chipboard with the acrylic, so we can use some alcohol inks. And again, you can hang it, you can put an easel, you can put magnets on the back, and these are just really great gifts that you can make in bulk and give away. People just love them. They really do, and they're so simple. Kids can make them. It's a thoughtful gift. People use them. Here's a cute card where we've taken the November date out and circled Thanksgiving and made a Thanksgiving card. I mean, heck, you can, well, let me show you a packet of calendar tabs. Let me put these back for right now. So here's a pack of calendar tabs. There is 10 sets of calendars in each pack. Ugh. So you're not going to get one set of calendars. You're going to get 10. So January to January. So 2 sets. January to January. November, December, January. Oh, I took February. Well, January to January. Let's try not to do it. June, August, October, December, January. There's another set. May, June, July, November, December, January. So they're kind of tabbed at the January, so they just kind of come apart really easy when you get to January. And again, 10 full sets of calendar tabs per package. So that means you can make easily 10 different gifts. Is this one already separated? Yep, this one's already separated. Or you can take one set and make 10 different cards and put a calendar on each card. What if you made 10 birthday cards for somebody? And on each birthday card, you incorporated a calendar, the January, the February, the March. That way, every month they had one birthday card if they needed to give to somebody, and then they just circle the date of somebody's birthday and they have a birthday card ready to go. The calendar tabs have always been wildly popular, and we do them a little different than everybody else. There is a standardized calendar tab out there that lots of manufacturers buy. It's a little more rectangular and a little smaller. We went ahead and we manufacture our own because I want them to look a certain way and I want them to be a certain size. So I've got the calendar tabs right here, and they come in that little pouch. All 10 of them fit right there, and we're going to be bundling them with another item from the Yasutomo item. So I'm going to put together, I think, just a simple calendar tab just so you can see it. Now we have chipboard that's meant to go with the calendar tabs, meaning that it was designed to work with the calendar tabs, and all sorts of different shapes, and those shapes can layer within each other. That was really important to me, that the shapes be able to layer, and we do it in both chipboard and in acrylic, so that you have options. Same sizes, same shapes in chipboard and acrylic, so that you can layer very much like we did here. We layered a piece of acrylic on top of a piece of chipboard. So I think I will just take out a simple one. How about this one? We'll just do these really quick. I'm just going to do these really fast just so you can see how they work. I'm not going to cover them with paper right now, but you can see that these two shapes layer into each other, and then a calendar fits right on top. So let's just take maybe some quick paint. Oh, it's almost the exact same color of the chipboard. So I'm just going to put some quick paint down just so it's not exactly the color of the chipboard, or so that it doesn't look like chipboard. And I'm just using my finger. You guys would use a paintbrush, and I'm using the Natural Paint by iZinc. We're really not going to focus on that today, but I'll put all the iZinc product on sale for you. The glitter and the diamond, all of that, so you can have it. I don't know, that's awful. Well, I mean, it covers, it's good. It doesn't look like chipboard anymore, but I'm not sure I'm crazy about the color. What if I throw in the blue? Now you could cover this with your paper. Ooh, wow, that's a beautiful blue. And I'm just going to get it down. I actually like it mixed with that taupe. Kind of gives it a beachy feel. And this dries really fast. All the iZinc product dries super fast. Okay, so that's good. Kind of gives it a little bit of a beachy feel. You've got the color coming in, but I'm not going to worry too much about it because it's going to get covered up. So let me wipe off my finger, put my lid back on. And then I can come over with just a little bit maybe of my glitter. And I like that color glitter on it. Let's try this one. That's pretty. Again, kind of a beachy feel. I'm just going to blend those in together. And this is iZinc glitter. And I just kind of blend them in together. Kind of get that beachy feel going. I take a little bit of my blue. And it dries super fast. So you can cover them with paper. Glitter, glitter paste, whatever you've got to cover up the chipboard. And a little bit of this. And again, the iZinc glitter dries in a snap. It's almost dry. It does not take long. It's not like a Stickles where you need to let it sit for time for it to dry. It's not like that at all. All right, I think that's fine. Pretty, right? So I'm just doing one super fast so you can see what it looks like when you're done, if you're just keeping them simple, easy peasy. This is going to layer right on top. Put my lids on. I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back just so I can try and get it down so I can hold it up and you can see. You would put more adhesive than that. I'm just trying to get it down so you can see. Pretty. And then that goes right on top. Now you've got the little holes built in and you're ready to hang. It can be that fast and that simple. It really can. And you really can't go wrong. You can't make a mess. You can't make a blunder. I mixed the two colors of glitter together. I didn't like the first color that I put down on my chipboard, so I just put that more tealy blue on top. I made it kind of a beachy look, and we're good to go. So in each package, you get 5 pieces of chipboard. So in each set, there's 5 pieces of chipboard. So if I had these 2 sets, I could either make 5 layered pieces or 5 calendars, or I could divvy them up. I could just use this and make calendars. It's really up to you. But all of them have layering pieces, and it's all super easy to do. If you're doing projects for school or a church or a youth group or a senior center, these are simple to do and you don't have to use paint. We're gonna move away from the paint and I'm gonna play with some of the other product that we brought in without knowing what we were gonna do with it. So the eye zinc will be on sale, and maybe in a little bit I'll show you the different types of eye zinc. We do not have oodles and oodles of the eye zinc, but since the girls used it to make samples, we're putting the eye zinc diamond, the eye zinc diamond 24 karat, the eye zinc natural paint, and the eye zinc pearly on sale. All right, so the origami paper. This is what I got sent to me and said, take a look at it. You may never know. You always do something different with products. You never keep them the way they're supposed to be used. You take them to a different place. And I said, because we don't do origami. Now many of you may do origami, but And when I got them, I looked at them and I said, oh, I don't think so. Looking at the packaging, I'm like, that I'm not so sure about. So I opened. Here's the fronts of the packaging and you can see all the different colors, and I'm like, I'm not so sure. I mean, they're bright and they're happy, and boy, are they affordable, but even at a great price, if you're never going to use it, it's still not affordable. You has to be something that you're going to use. So I opened them up because I said I would. And again, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I really struggled when I opened them up. Let me get out a few of them. So this is the dots, and we're only selling them in the bundle. You get all 3 sets. You get 20 sheets of origami paper, which is a coated paper. And I thought, the girls are like, oh, the dots are kind of cute. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. I'm like, I'm not so sure. But they really did do. See that one right there? That's on that one right there. It really did come out cute. Who knew? So we've got the dots, and you get all the different colors. And we've got the hearts and the... I'm like, I don't know, folks. And they're like, no, it's good, it's good. I'm like, I don't know. So then we've got the hearts. And I was still shaking my head saying, I'm not so sure. There's that yellow one. And you may be looking at it going, oh, that's darling paper. Okay. And last we have the stars. So since I don't do origami, I can't really appreciate what they do with this paper. But it's a thin coated paper. And here are the stars. So looking at it, my gut reaction was like, yeah, even at that price, I just don't think it's for us. And then I turned the paper over. I'm like, wait, what? What's that? That's shimmery, shiny goodness. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. It's not one-sided. It's not a flat color on the back. It's a shimmer paper. Well, that's a horse of a different color, folks. When I saw the shimmer, I said, well, maybe you love the front, but I love the backs. And then my mind started to race. I'm like, okay, if you're die cutting sentiments and you want a pretty shimmer paper, but you don't own shimmer paper, I mean, this is great for just about anything. It's so usable for your die cut sentiments and flowers, and it's affordable and it shimmers. Who would have known? I was looking here, which is where most people would be looking at the paper going, yeah, okay. I mean, and if you do origami, or if you have this paper, you might have purchased it because you love the patterns and how it comes out with your origami. I looked at it and said, oh, I'm not sure about this, but holy smokes, artichokes, this is amazing. And for the price, it's even better. Now, I told you it is a coated paper, and it is. And what does that mean? That means you can't just use anything on it. You can't take and stamp on it with a dye-based stamp or ink, because the paper's coated and it's going to wipe right off. It almost feels, it's smooth, it's thinner because you've got to be able to get good crease lines, but because it's coated, it doesn't tear or rip easy. It's got some strength to it, and yet, I don't know, it doesn't feel like plastic, but it's so smooth. Look at that shine on there. I mean, to me, that was rock star. Look at that shine. Shimmer paper's expensive. Not today, it's not. So like I was saying, it can't be used with a dye-based ink, because if you do, let me grab like maybe a lighter sheet. If you do, and I brought some dye-based inks over, they're going to have a hard time drying. It's going to smear, 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 because the paper has got that coating on it. It's going to have a hard time drying. This is a Hero Arts Cube. So whether you're using a Hero Arts Cube, or maybe Tim Holtz Distress ink, or a Memento ink, it's really going to struggle on this paper because of that coating that gives the paper the strength that it needs to hold the shape of the origami, but keeps it super thin. Look at that, the neon just goes zoop, zoop, zoop all over it. And it just moves. So this is just a dye-based ink. Memento, Hero Arts, Lawn Fawn, Tim Holtz, any dye-based ink. You wouldn't think it's coated, but because of that shimmer and shine, like I said, the paper has to be kept very thin because origami requires very sharp creases to make. Now, I'm not going to try and make an origami. I am not. I can barely make a paper airplane. But The paper needs to be strong enough to hold the shape, yet thin enough to get those amazing creases that you would need for an origami paper. Now, if you were doing iris folding, this would be great for iris folding as well because it's double-sided. So there is my paper airplane, and you can see how well this creases without even a bone folder. Well, I didn't even do my paper airplane right. Told you I'm not the best at this. Wait a minute, it goes that way and then this way. That way and then this way. All right, so you get what I'm saying. It's thin, it's lightweight, but it's super strong. And it's got that beautiful sheen, but every ink is not going to work because it's got that coating on it to keep the paper strong. I'm gonna throw together just a quick and simple one. Let's just grab these. So if I was using just the origami paper and not some paint and some glitter, I could put these together super fast too because everything's two-sided. So which do I like? That one's super cute and happy, right? So look at the size of the paper and look at the size of my chipboard. Hello, look it. It's almost exact, right? Is that a happy moment? It is almost exact. I have very little I have to cut off. That is a happy day for me. So I'm just gonna take, and again, this is just keeping them super simple. Let's say you are doing a youth group or a senior center or a mom's group, and you want to keep things easy. They're not big, they're not crafters by nature. They're, but you want to offer something at one of your meetings. This is something that everybody's going to be successful at. They have something to take home with them right away that they created. It's affordable so that you're able to do lots of them for not much money, because I know that that can be a big thing when you're doing crafts for a group. I used to be in a MOPS group, and you really did have to keep I think we had it budgeted at maybe $1 a craft. And so you really had to think outside the box to find something that was accessible to everybody, something they could take home and be proud of, and get done in in the time frame that was allotted, all for your $1. Okay, so now all I have to do is trim out the back. Done. First layer is completed, and I've got this little strip left I might do something with. Then I've got my smaller piece of chipboard, and maybe I do the yellow. This one I'm going to have on both sides, but it's a straight cut. You can't get much easier than a straight cut. And sure, you could take your trimmer and trim it down beforehand. That way when you put it on, it's just the exact size. This one I'm going to take all the way to the top. This is double-sided tape. That way we're not using any glue. There's no fuss, there's no muss. Doesn't matter which side of the chipboard you're using. Yep. I'm going to line up my yellow. And put it down. Is that good? Yep, good. And then trim it out. And like I said, if you wanted to trim it before you put it down with your trimmer so that you have the exact size, you go right ahead. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl, and I'm just gonna wing it and be done. So there I am. Now I can take and tape these down together. And you would use more adhesive than I'm doing. I just want to get it down to show you. And there we go. And then one of my calendars. Gosh, I could even wait. I could even Oh, that's super cute, right? So inside each of the Yasutoma or origami paper, there's 20 sheets. I could just trim this on out. Oh yeah, super cute. And done. And just like that. Just with paper. I didn't use anything but paper. And all the paper inside the origami, it all coordinates. So here I used the front sides and the backs to make just a fun and easy calendar. You could cover the back if you wanted, absolutely your decision. Cover the back. You could put a magnet on the back so it goes on a refrigerator. They come with little holes already built in them, so you could open those holes up and string some ribbon through it so they can hang them. But how fast and easy was that? I mean, wow, yay. But we wanted to take it to a different level. We wanted to add a little something to it. And like I already told you, we can't use regular ink to stamp on it. We have to use a StazOn ink without question. And I think I might play with, maybe I play with this one, and maybe I play with this one, And maybe I play with this one. So pretty. Maybe that one. I'm going to bring over a StazOn ink. And we're going to play with some of these sheets and some of the stencils. I'm just going to grab a few colors. All right, I think that's good. So imagine getting 60 sheets of this to play with. Now, if you like the shimmer, you've got 60 sheets of shimmer paper to play with. And if you like the pattern, you've got 60 sheets of pattern to play with. And if you like to mix them, you're good to go. But I want to ink on it. And like I had shown you before, you really can't take a basic color. Here's another cube. Because the paper's coated. To get that shimmer on it, they had to coat it with something. And a dye-based ink, it just moves, it just smears. We don't want that. Oh, yeah, it really does. Look at that. That's a no good. So you have to use the right ink for the right job. And in this case, we're going to need to use a StazOn ink. So what is StazOn? Well, it's an ink that does just what it says. It stays on. It is a permanent based ink. It's not pigment. It's not dye. It's not chalk ink. It is more like an alcohol ink and dries really fast, and it sits more on top than absorbs in. And because it's got that alcohol base to it, it dries like that. So when you see StazOn, you think of a Bic marker or a Sharpie marker, something that you would be able to write on your glass or plastic or metal. That's what a StazOn is. And we do the StazOn middies. I love the middies, and I used them a couple weeks ago when I did it with the foiling and the Nellie's embossing folders. It was just beautiful on the foils, and I needed to use StazOn because I was playing with foil, and foil is non-porous. So StazOn is great for anything that is non-porous. Can you use it on just paper? Yes, you absolutely can, and I showed you how that works also in that YouTube. But today we're going to use it on this paper because it is non-porous. It has that plasticky coating on it that's giving it that beautiful sheen that you would find in expensive shimmer paper. Only it's the backs to origami paper. So I'm going to play with, I think that one went there. Oh boy. And that one goes there. There's 12 different colors of the midi StazOns, and those are my favorite sizes because they're affordable. The large size, the full size pad is, I think, close to $10, where this is under $6, and they all have a re-inker. Now, I forgot to put the re-inkers on sale the other week when we had these on a YouTube Yummy. So I'm going to put these back on sale, but I'm going to include the re-inkers because the re-inkers are key. You shouldn't have to replace this every time it dries out. You just get the re-inker and it will re-ink it again and again and again. And that way you're not having to buy a new pad every time. The re-inker will probably do this, I don't know, up to 5-6 times easy. And the colors are lovely. Now this is kind of where the stencils come in. So Creative Expressions has always done these mini stencils. And I've loved their mini stencils, but they sell out so flippin' quick on their site. They're $2.50 a stencil. They have 18 new ones, and we did an I Want It All bundle for all 18 and then did them at 20% off, which made them $2 each. So they're open stock too, but the discount is in the I Want It All bundle, and they're really, really useful. So let's start with this one. This is just the dots. It's just a Swiss dots. And let's bring over my paper. Now I don't have any washi tape, and I don't even know if I'm going to need any. I'm just going to, like I said, this week we're going to fly by the seat of our pants. It's a plastic stencil. Has a little hole in it so you can get a little ring and ring them all together. Easy to travel with. And one of the things I like most about it is that Creative Expressions made them so that you could move them, that you are able to line it up and keep going. Several of the stencils are that way. So while this does not necessarily do the entire image at one time, I'm absolutely going to be able to do the entire sheet of paper. So I'm going to grab my my StazOn and a blending tool. And this is the foam. So my blending tool is by Woodware and the foam is by Woodware. They have the best price on them, I think. You get two for, I think, $5 or $5.99, and then they have the refill as well. So I'm going to use this, and I am not going to even tape this down. We're just going to go for it. So I'm going to hold it in place, and I'm going to tap in. And then I'm just going to go. Now you are welcome to tape it on down. But look at that. And then I just move it. So I line it up. I can tell where I can find my circles. I line it up. And I just keep on going. And I line it up. And I'm just bouncing right on top. And in no time at all, I've created a pattern paper. But the big thing about this is that it doesn't move. The ink doesn't move. I can come back down here, line it up. Done. 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 And just like that, I've stenciled my paper and I've changed it from something that looks like that to something that now has got some pattern and some design to it. And I did it with StazOn. And because it's with StazOn, it doesn't move. And you don't lose that shimmer and you don't lose that shine. It's just as beautiful. All right, let's do another one. Now, how to clean this? Easy peasy. Baby wipe, hand sanitizer, or alcohol. Will it stain your stencil? It might. Is that the end of the world? No. Clean my craft mat. And just like that, we're back. So let's do another one. because we've got that one. So let's do this one here. Let's do the orange. Change my pad, put on my orange pad. Bring over my stencil. Kind of decide where it is you want to start. Bring over this is Orange Zest. Kind of spouncing. You can rub, but rubbing always, if you've got it taped down, you can rub, but by me not taping, I'm going to spounce it so I don't move it. Ooh, right? I wonder what it would look like on the lighter orange. Let's try it on the lighter orange and see what it looks like. Okay, I'm not going to get too close to the bottom because I know I can just move my stencil. Ooh, I like it on the lighter orange. Look at how good that looks. Now I just have to move it. Line it up, move it over. And continue on. So now I'm adding pattern and definition to my shimmer paper. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Line it up. These stencils are super user-friendly. So you may not have a big stencil, but you've got a stencil that has an all-over pattern that's going to let you do something as big as you need. Okay, so I took this one off the side so I can go back up there and add that side in. Line it up. Done. And now all I have is that little area below, but you have to use the StazOn. That's the key here. If I were to do this in a beautiful and over and line up, done. If I didn't use StazOn, it would smear everywhere. So I've got this one, the darker orange. It almost is like a tone on tone, so you can see the difference between the two, but you have the shimmer still coming through. If I were to take let's pull this off And let's wipe this one down. And over, and just give it a good wipe. Don't roll. So if I was to take one of my dye-based inks and just do the same thing, when I'm done, it's going to look good because the ink is all going to go down the same. It's filling in the holes of the stencil, easy peasy. So it's going to look good until you wipe it off. And that is a boo-hoo moment when it just smears, stays on, does not. That is just a boo-hoo moment. Yeah, sad, right? So that is why you need to use the right ink for the right job, because you don't want to get all the way through your project only to find that it's smearing right off. And I'm back to clean again. Can you blend the colors? Yes, sure, absolutely. What colors do we want to blend? We want to try a yellow and maybe the blue. Let's do the honeycomb pattern. On the yellow. And I think I'll start there, or maybe there. And let's start maybe with some, what if we did a little orange? Would that be weird? Line it back up. And then maybe we come back with a little bit of maybe ganache. It's a little bit of brown. So I'm hoping I lined it back up. Oh, that's definitely not it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And maybe a little, oh, that's really brown. Okay, well. All you can do is try. I like it. And then I can move along. I can come in and do some orange. I'm not going to get too close to the bottom because I know I'm going to move my stencil down. Yay! And let's move it over. And some orange. And some brown. Look at that. And the best part, does not smear. Come across the bottom. Line it up. Some orange. I like that you spounce. Spouncing is something everybody can do. Whether they have arthritis in their hands or are just a little one learning, spouncing is something everybody can do. Everybody can do that, and it's easy and it's effective. And you have instantaneous results, right? So the shimmer paper is pretty wonderful. Okay, let's put these lids on. And I'm going to grab a blue. Maybe that blue. And let's clean up our mess. A little bit of hand sanitizer or alcohol. Now, if you like a really watercolory look, I think with this one, I'll show you that you can pick up the image. It's really watercolory though, but let's do it. So let's grab this one. And down and over, and I'm going to change my two colors out. So that's my orange and that's my brown, and I think I'm going to start with my green. And my blue Hawaii. And I've got my little scales, and let's do my green. And I think that's as far as I'm going to go. And then let's slide it on over, line it on up. And continue with my green. Line it on up, slide it over. I mean, it really is such an affordable stencil. Being that it's continuous. So there's my green. Let's go down a little bit. And let's grab my Hawaii blue. And I'm going to take that Hawaii blue right into some of that green and just blend them together and then bring it on down. Ooh, what do you think? Gosh, I love it when it's affordable and it's easy and it's instantaneous results. You're not waiting to get to are you going to like it? I mean, it's right there for you. And this is origami paper. It's a coated paper. So it gives you this beautiful shimmer and shine. Let's take it over and finish it up on both sides. So I have that continuous pattern going all the way edge to edge on my paper. That way I decide where I cut my paper. But I know my pattern is edge to edge. Okay, love that. Maybe I want some more green down here. Can I do that? Sure, I just have to come up, line it up, grab my green, and I can throw another layer of green somewhere. Another little layer of blue, let them blend. And now my green is coming down further into my blue. Ooh, I like it, I like it. I do, I do. And the stencils are, because they're smaller, they're easy to manipulate. Green. Little blue. And now I've got it coming down even further. And then I think I'll do the last one in a dark blue. So let's take off my green. Ooh, and let's put on my dark blue. And my dark blue is called Midnight Blue. And I'm just going to finish it up. And you can see my stencil doesn't even have to be, I mean, more of it's off than on. All I need is enough stencil showing to do that little tiny bit down there. That's all I need. I don't have to line it up exactly. I just need it to be, I could even start in the middle if I wanted. I could even start stenciling there and leave my sides and come back and do those because it's a all over pattern. It's a wash, rinse, and repeat. It just lets you go, go, go. Take that into a little bit of my blue above. I love it, I do. I hope it it shows up on camera. I don't know if it does, but this is so easy. So I could sit here and I could do this all day long and just make, I could take out a pack of my origami and just make background after background. Again, not knowing exactly when I'm gonna use it, but I know I got it. Sit down with your stencil, sit down with your inks, and just play. I mean, we just did basic. Just easy peasy all over. Then we blended some colors on here. The orange and the brown. And here, holy smokes, artist. Now I'm gonna go and do this because that's bothering me. I've got it all the way on the bottom, but I don't have it all the way on the top. And that is going to bother me just a little bit because I am who I am. So I'm just gonna line it on up. And that was with my green. So I'll come back with my green just because I need it to be done. Now I might cut that part off, but at least I know it's done. So when Yasutomo called and they said, hey, we've got this paper and we're going to give it to you for a holy smokes artichokes price. And I looked at it and I said, I just don't know. Oh, I turned that paper over and I said, OMG. I feel better about it now. Gosh, I almost feel badly covering it up. I don't want to cover it up. Oh, okay, but I'm supposed to. Really? Can't we just frame it? It's so pretty. Okay, but what about other things? Do they have other things? Yes. The stencils are, I mean, we've got lovely flourishes. Do the flourishes are they the same? Do they slide over and be continuous? No, not necessarily, but does that mean we can't do it? Of course it doesn't mean that. What color paper we want to use? We want to use red. We want to use pink, maybe? I don't know. It's only paper and we have more of it. So here you've got a cute flourish stencil. Is it a repetitive pattern? No, not necessarily. Does that mean you can't make it a repetitive pattern? Well, you can. You just have to float it around and get it where you want it to go. Where do I want it to start? Maybe I'll just do the whole thing on there and then we'll go back and fill it in. Now I'm going to use the purple. Not sure if I'm going to like the purple on the pink, but you never know. Well, you're going to get 60 sheets because we're selling it in the, we've got it bundled. So because you get one of each pack. it's in there. Yeah, purple's okay. It's okay. Now let's move it along. And I just want to make sure that I'm not accidentally layering it over the top of another stencil. And I can move it, I can change the direction of it because it is not a layering or an all over pattern. I have the opportunity to just move my stencil and move it around so I get a different look to it. That way all my flourishes are not going in the exact same direction. And then let's move. Maybe I want to put, so that's where I am right now. And there's like a little hole right there. Maybe I just want to put a little something in there. So I go look at my stencil, and what do I got that'll fit in there? That'll give me a little bit of something, something. And I just fill it with a little something, something. And then I keep going. Oh, SMS crew is getting here. I hear the door go beep, beep, beep. All right, so I'm going to finish this one, and then we're going to move on. I hear them going beep, beep, beep when the door opens. All right, there we go. And then I just need a little something over here. And I can pick it from anywhere in my stencil that I want. Now I've got an all over flourish pattern. Maybe I need something right there. Maybe I just need a little something, something right there. Just move my stencil around until I find something that I like. I got a little something there now. A little something there now, just to fill in the tops just a little bit. So now I've got mine there. All right, so let's move on. That's playing with the shimmer paper and my stays on. Easy to do, effective, so pretty. And you can just add a little something, something to it. That started like that. This one started, oh, it's lighter. This one started like that. This one started. Another sheet of yellow. Oh, there you are. That one started like that. This one started like that. And my pink started like that. Not so crazy about the pink on the purple, but that's okay. We'll figure something to do with it. I'm going to clean up my stencil. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Okay, so I think I'll do just one more so I have two to show you. What else do we like? Let's go back and see what else we like. How about the cute dots? And let's use a color we haven't used yet. So let's use the red. And let's start our dots there. And let's use maybe some red. And maybe we'll go back with some blue. So that way I have this one and that one, and we're gonna lift the color. Let's just do some red, red on red. And I'll move it over. That last dot very good. We'll do some red. And then maybe we'll come in and do some blue. Or should we finish it in red? I'm going to try some blue on top. What's the worst that can happen? We don't like it, right? That's the worst that can happen. Should I try maybe I'll try the lighter blue. I kind of like that. Ooh, I kind of like that. Come back down here and do some red. Maybe some blue. Okay, so I'm just playing just so I have one to do. And some red right there. Okay, good enough. I've got a thing to do. All right, so let's put this one off to the side and maybe we'll do something with that a little later. Let's wipe up my mess on my table, put my inks away, and then let's grab a piece of paper and let's see what happens. So I'm just going to clear this off. And then I've been cleaning everything. In fact, I might just put a little more red on here just so we have the whole thing covered. Shh. Pretend that I covered the whole thing. There. Now we've got something to pull off. Okay, so let's grab some white paper. And again, it's going to be very, very, very watercolory. But if you don't want to lose that ink, instead of putting, I've been putting it in a baby wipe and going spray, spray, spray. But now I'm just going to go spray, spray, spray. And I'm just going to pull that up. Now it might look great, it might not, but you know what? It's up to you if you have white paper or paper you want to use. Your decision on how you want to use it. There's still some down there. Yeah, you can use this, absolutely. Why not? Sure you can. You don't want to just wipe off that ink and you want to use this for something else? Absolutely. Maybe we'll find a use for it. Let's do the other one. Hand sanitizer. You can see the alcohol coming through the paper. And the alcohol is notorious for doing that. It bleeds through your paper. Why not? That looks pretty cool. I don't know if there's enough left on here to pick up a second image. My guess is maybe not. Oh, very faint. But you could absolutely use this on something. Why wouldn't you? So instead of just wiping it all off, if you would prefer to make prints, because that's what you're doing, you're basically mono printing here, why not? In fact, you may take the stencil and decide that that's what you would prefer to do with it. Maybe you grab the stencil and you want to make a mono print with it. Maybe that's your whole intent for that stencil. What if I came in here? Let's cut another piece of paper. And let's just ink the stencil up. Which is my blue. Oh, here's my blue. Here's my green. have no intention of doing anything but mono printing this time. Want a little bit of the dark blue. All right, a little bit of dark blue. And I want to clean the bottom because I don't want that on my paper. Don't want that on my paper. So clean the bottom. Spray. And see what you get. Do I have enough for one more? Super light. But that's just using the stencils just for mono printing. All right, we need to move on. Ready? Okay, I'm gonna move into acrylic for a little bit. So we've played with the stencils on paper, which we can then add to our chipboard. And I've made a couple samples over there, so we'll see what we end up with. Next, I want to play with my acrylic pieces. So here are my stencils. And let's grab, I don't need any of this. Let's grab some acrylic. How about one of these? Ooh, let's do this one. And let's do this one. So these are acrylic pieces that are in the same shapes as the chipboard, which means then you can layer them. Here. Instead of doing this, I could have done it in acrylic. I wonder if I can pop that bad boy off. Oh, I can. Okay, so we'll play with that too. Now the acrylic has 2 pieces of film on it to protect the color, to keep it completely crystal clear, can protect it from scratching. I'm going to peel one of the pieces off, and you can see that it is shinier. Now if I peel the second piece off, you're going to see that it's going to go to almost a crystal clear. See how clear that is? Versus when you have even one of the protective coatings on. So you need to peel both of them off if you would like to have that super crystal clear look. And then it's a matter of what to do with it. Well, you've already got your StazOn inks out, right? You've already got them out. So let's play with them. What can we do with this on acrylic? Well, StazOn is an alcohol-based product meant to go on non-porous items. Well, this is plastic. You can't get any more non-porous than that. And because it's meant for this type of a product, it's going to dry right away, instantaneously. So I can take, let's grab my red. I can take, and if I want to make this red, I can just ink it. and literally just ink. Now I don't have to do my entire center because my calendar is going to go there. But if you're doing something with this and it doesn't have the calendar, you can just ink it up. And now you've colored it. It's as easy as that to color. Doesn't take any more than that. You want it darker? Okay, you just go back in and layer more color on top. And it dries super fast. And now you've colored your acrylic. People have they think, well, what do I do with this clear plastic piece now that I have it? Well, you can change it to anything you want. You can change it to anything you want. Let's see. And change it to anything that makes your heart happy. It's entirely up to you how you use it. And how you back it will then change the color. Here it's more orangey red because it's against a yellow. Here it's more purple because it's against a blue. It's got the blue undertones versus the yellow. The yellow is going to give you a little more orange. The blue is going to give you a little more purpley. That's the color, but what you back it with will change it. And again, it's not going to come off because it stays on. Is it going to be sticky? Yeah, while it's drying, and it's pretty dry, it's going to be a little tacky. And that's part of StazOn's properties. It's always a little bit tacky. In the best way possible. So super easy to ink it. You could take a super big piece. Let's grab that, and let's grab maybe this, one of these, and we'll just do a couple of them. So this piece fits right on top of this piece, and that piece fits right on top of that piece. And we have the chipboard to coordinate, so you can go back and forth between them. If I took this one, and I take off my layers, and I come in with my blue, can you ink both sides? Sure. And I just ink. It keeps the transparency because the ink is transparent, as opposed to a paint which would be totally opaque. We're not looking for something opaque. This is a acrylic piece. You want to keep that transparency. So now I've got the blue. With the red over it. And then the calendar. I can turn it over and do blue on both sides. Which is going to darken the blue up even more. I don't want to take too long to do this. It's a think long, think wrong type of project. Just get in there, add your color, and go. Okay, now my blue is even darker, more saturated. And I put my red over the top. And then I put my calendar over the top of that. Very simple to work with. I've got my paint down. I've got my clear acrylic over the top of my chipboard piece. And done. But what if we wanted to make them even more than just a simple color? Can we do that? Sure, absolutely. Let's wipe on up. And what color do we want to do? What if we keep with we'll just keep with the blue and the red since that's what I've got on my sponges. Yeah, well, I got blue and green. Well, we could do blue and green. And then we'll do a blue and red. We'll do both. Okay, so I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put some green down. I've got my clear plastic and I'm gonna put some green down. And I'm just gonna bounce it just like I was before. This isn't hard. It's just a different way of using all the products you may already have. Then let's drop some blue in there. Think that's good? Enough blue? And then let's hit it with our alcohol. I'm going to wipe off the back so you can see it better. Let's hit it with some alcohol. And look at what's happening. It's starting to blend into each other. I want it to blend more. I hit it with a little more alcohol. And I just kind of let it do its thing. And as that alcohol is drying, as that blending solution, which is what we're using alcohol, hand sanitizer for, a blending solution, the inks are kind of moving into each other and spreading around. And I can tilt and move and have it kind of roll and look at there. Instantaneous alcohol inking. Do you want to add more color? Yes, you can go ahead and you can add more color. Maybe more blue. Well, something delivered. Do you hear that rolling? And then we can either let it sit or we can spray it again. And let it start to move. It's pretty darn cool. And then depending on what you put it against will change how it looks. So against a light blue, against a yellow, against a darker blue, against a pink, against a green. No matter what you do, whatever you put it against, it's going to change the overall look of what you're working on. Woo! And it's almost dry. It's kind of wet on the top. Can you see I got it a little wet? Give it a minute or two and that'll be completely dry. And then you've got this amazing alcohol ink look. That was so simple to do. Let's let that one dry and let's bring this one over. And maybe this one too. Now, can you stencil on the acrylic? Sure you can. Use Stays On. It's going to be just fine. So let's do this one first. And let's do this one in the blues and the reds. So let's grab red and my red. And let's go in and let's just ink it up with red. And then let's take some blue, throw some blue in here. And let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, I'll wipe it all off. Can you see how it starts to bead and separate? That's the alcohol mixing in. And we didn't do much of anything. I want more red or more blue in there. I just grab my spouncer. And I add. And then you add a little more alcohol. And the more alcohol you use, the more it's going to open up and move. And then against red, against a lighter blue, against a darker blue, against a purple. Look at how it dramatically changes depending on what you put it against. That's one look. That's a different look. And yet again, another. This is so easy to do. Now I can see it's still a little wet. You've got little droplets on there. So I'm gonna let those droplets dry. And I've got a few little droplets on here. I'm just gonna get them down and off. And now that's ready to be used. What do you want to put it on? Oh my gosh. I don't know. What do you want to put it? It's so hard to decide. But now you have options. Now you go back to your chipboard. And you cover it with the color. I don't know which color I like. That's pretty. That's really pretty too, right? Don't think I'm gonna like that. Nope. That I'm sure about. So if I cover, let me just trim this down. So if I cover there and do that and drop that on, look at how beautiful is that? You think it would look good against on the, I don't know if the purple will be too dark. If you it just changes the color entirely. Yeah, nope, don't like the purple. An orange? Nope, don't like the orange. Okay, I think I'll stick with my blue. But in no time at all, you have alcohol inked. You've covered your chipboard. You've added your calendar. And you're good to go. Got little droplets on this one. So let's see that on there. And that on there. Right? Where's the other little one I have? So what if I did this one? So I've got those two. I've got my little one here. What colors do we want to do on the little one? Maybe red and orange? Do you think that's a big enough contrast? How about orange, orange, orange? Orange, 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 orange. And then red, red, red. And Spray, spray, spray. Kind of let it melt into each other. If you want it more melty, you add more alcohol. It'll open it up more. You want it less. See, look at how it's really opening it up. You don't want it that open, then you use less. Or you go back in. Add some more ink. Now what happens if I really, really don't like it? What happens if I really, really don't like it? Well, it's no different than a stencil. And I start over again. Spritz it off. Just like the chipboard, if you really don't like what you covered it up with, just cover it up with something else. And I start again. When do you get an opportunity to do a do-over in crafting? Usually you put it down and you're stuck. Nope. So then you start again, although I liked what I did. So I'm going to go back and do what I did because I liked the orange and the red. I feel a little bit of guilt that I'm not going to see most of it because it's so pretty. But, oh well. And again, I let it do its thing. Let it move. I want a little bit more. I can go back in and I can add a little bit more. I can spritz a little bit more. It opens it up. Your decision. It's your paper, your chipboard, your acrylic, your color combinations. Well, I just put the orange and the red. Stacy. Your color combinations. And then again, it's up to you. What if I took this one? I took this one and I took so if I take that one and I take, where's the small one? Small chipboard? I can do this, and I can do that, and then I can do that, and then I can do that. See, you cover it up. It almost makes me sad. But I've got layering upon layering upon layering. I've got this. So if I put that on top of that, on top of that. It's entirely up to you. Oh, that's a pretty piece. that. That on top of that. Ooh. Ooh. And then I can take maybe this. I don't know. It's all about decisions when you almost have too much. That on top of that. It's all about what works best for you. You have options. I mean, that looks great against there, right? I could layer my alcohol ink right on top of my glitter. And then put my calendar down. There's just so much for you to choose from. And the paper's just beautiful. Maybe I put it there. I have to trim a little off the top and a little off the bottom, but let's do that. Let's put that there. I can't believe I'm going to cut this. And then I can take a clear piece, and I don't even have to alcohol ink it. I can just take a clear piece so that it comes through, but it gives a little bit of depth. Ooh. The picture frame. So now I've got the clear over the top. And then the calendar. Or if I wanted to do something with the clear, can you see all the different options you have? And with this paper, being that it's coated, it just is beautiful. Maybe I want to do a little bit of the dark blue. And a little bit of the green. I don't even know if I'm going to ink it or spray it. I might just let it be. Remember, you're not going to see much of that middle. Ooh, I don't even think I'm going to spray it. I'm just going to let it be. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty, 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 pretty. Yay. And I think I am digging this one on there. I think I love that on there. And then how to finish it. I mean, they're beautiful and they're easy, and you can just do them in the paper if you want, but then you've got all of these other absolutely amazing options to do instead. Amazing options. It's all up to you. The choices are yours. I just think they're so pretty. Maybe this with the dark blue. Look at how beautiful that is. So do you want to ink the shimmer paper? Do you just want to use it as matting? Add a magnet to the back, and somebody's got an amazing little gift to put on their refrigerator or by their desk, and it's a thoughtful, useful gift. I don't know. You want to go hang it this way? No, that's too bright. Oh, looks good on the yellow. You want to have it so it's more vertical? Sure you can. You want to take this one, put this that way. And that way and go there. Options are aplenty. And it was all done with just simple ink, stays on. And this paper that's supposed to be meant for origami that we used for something completely and totally different. It's thin, but it's coated. And when you stencil on it, it's just dreamy. Just dreamy. And then where you take it from there, that's up to you. What you do with it after that is entirely up to you. Love that one. So pretty. All right, so we started out really super simple. We literally just covered up chipboard to make a cute calendar that you can make into a magnet. You can make into, gosh, almost anything you want. You can put an easel on it. I've got these. Look at, I've got these in the solids. Oh, I could back that. I mean, there's just again and again, on top, on top, on top. You just can keep going and keep going and keep going. So we started simple, then we went ahead and we started to stencil the backs of the origami paper, and we used stays on to do it. And yes, the colors blended beautifully and it was easy to do. The little stencils from Creative Expressions make it super, super simple. They're inexpensive, they move around lovely, and you can just cover up. You can do just a ton of things, even with ones that aren't necessarily meant to be a continuous layer. Where's my little, love my little dots. Those are so cute. So the stencils were super simple. Then we got into the acrylic. Let me get rid of my mess right there. Then we got into the acrylic, where we took the stays on again. And instead of doing alcohol inking like we traditionally would, because maybe you don't have alcohol inks, and if you do, pull them out. Yes, you can absolutely use them. Yes, they'll be beautiful. But if you've got Bic markers or Sharpie markers, and you want to play and you want to have something look like you've alcohol inked it, you can't get much easier than throwing some stays on and hitting it with some solution, some hand sanitizer or alcohol. This one I didn't even hit. This one I just kept as it was, and it looked amazing. And then when you have all your parts and your pieces, you start to build. I did this one earlier when I was playing. So I took 2 pieces of the paper. I took 2 pieces of the paper and layered them down so I could cover my whole thing, because one piece doesn't. 2 pieces. And then I just took an emery board. Well, I took my sanding board, and I just hit it with my sanding board to trim it on down. Look at how pretty is that. And then throw your calendar on top. Happy day. So the calendars are being sold as a bundle. The origami paper sells for $3.95 a pack. So 1, 2, 3. We're selling the 3 origami papers with 2 calendars. These sell for $1.99 each. So you're going to get the entire bundle for $5.99. Okay, right? That's crazy. But let's say you really just want the origami paper. We'll also have a bundle of just the origami paper for $3.95. So buy 1, get 2 free, or you can get it with the calendars for $2 more. And the calendars would have been an additional $4. So this is an amazing bundle, and maybe you only need 1 bundle of calendars. There's 20 calendars, but you decide you wanted more of the origami paper. That's why we offered the origami paper open stock too, or with the bundle by itself. So $3.95 if you just want the origami paper, and you get all 3 of them for $3.95. You're not getting 1, you're getting the 3 of them for $3.95. Or for $5.99, you get 20 calendars and the packs of paper. I told you this is crafting on a dime. This really is crafting. This is making your dollar go so much further. Then we have the stencils. And remember, the stencils, we picked up the color. We did mono printing with them. We made beautiful backgrounds wherever my backgrounds went. We made beautiful backgrounds with them on our shimmer paper, just to, maybe we weren't so crazy about that pattern, but oh, do we love these patterns, absolutely. So we took the stencils, and those are by Creative Expressions. And we have a bundle of 18 So there's 18 new ones. They all have a little ring at a hole at the top so you can ring them. These will be on sale at 20% off for all 18, or they're $2.50 each if you just want the open stocking. You pick the ones that you love the best. So between this and then we've got the bundle here of the two, or you can just get the origami paper if you want, up to you. We'll do the blending on sale, and I will also do all of the chipboard and the acrylic. All the stays on we'll put back on sale with the re-inkers, because last time we forgot to do the re-inkers. So we've got all the colors of the stays on minis, and we'll put the re-inkers up. I have a feeling that many of you are going to want re-inkers for your minis, and I just forgot to do it last time. All that'll be on sale. Oh my gosh, holy smokes, artichokes. And then because the girls used a lot of the eyes ink, we are very limited in what we have in the eyes ink product. And I'm doing it mainly because the girls used it in a lot of the samples. So it'll be the eyes ink paint, the pearly, the glitter, the diamond, and the 24 karat diamond. And so it dries like that. It's super fast. And if you're using it on the chipboard, it gives 100% coverage. It's amazing. So the chipboard and the acrylic. Chipboard and the acrylic. These will all be on sale. They're last year's styles. They'll be on sale at 50% off. When they're gone, they're gone. And I'm grateful and thankful that I did not bring in styles this year, because gosh, the shipping would have just been, these are heavy, the shipping would have been horrific. So these are all the things that I used today. In addition, Tim Holtz, he should be doing a live right now, I think, or maybe he started. We have his bundles, his Halloween bundles at value pricing. You won't find them at these prices anywhere else. These are exclusive bundles done just for us. They are still on sale, and they are in stock and ready to ship. Okay, how about samples? How about samples? Let's do samples. So I showed you some of these already. There they used the origami paper. And then they did the stencil on the smaller piece. Really cute, right? And here we have a Happy Father's Day card. Remember when I said you can just take individual months and make cards out of them and circle the day? So Father's Day in 2023 is June 18th. You make somebody 12 cards, and each card is one per month, and it has Valentine's Day circled, or it has Christmas circled, or it has 4th of July circled. Then they have 12 cards to give away during the year. Look at this. Ooh. I know who made this. This is SMS girl Renee. No doubt about it. And here we've just kept it super simple. We used the origami paper and the patterns. We backed it with the backing of the shimmer sheet because the back is going to coordinate with what's on the front. We just kept it super simple. Throw a magnet on the back and give it as a gift. Here we've linked two of them together. Because they've got the holes in them, you can link two of them together. So you've got maybe a family picture up here in a calendar, or you've got Post-it notes up here in a calendar. Really convenient. Great gifts. People love these as gifts. Here's a 4th of July card with the 4th of July done. Here they've used the eyes ink glitter, and they've used the actual origami pattern and just kept it super simple. This, they used a piece of the paper I used a couple weeks ago when I was with the foil and Ozzie Andrews turbo pin. They must have kept the scraps. Look at how good it looks. Here, just a note, have a great day. Link them together. This is a stencil from Creative Expressions. Here we've got Easy Peasy Simple. Just using the shimmer paper. This is one half of it, then they tore it and used the second half, the back half, because it coordinates. Why not? Here we have another hanging. And again, you could have put a cute family picture up here, a picture of the vacation you're going to, you know, kind of like a reminder, like Hawaii, a picture of Hawaii. And then when you get to that month, you circle that date that you're leaving. These are great for Girl Scouts. They're great for Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts. Look at how simple is this. It doesn't have to be any more than that, and people love them. I know people will make them and sell them at their desks at work because they're just easy and convenient, and everybody needs a desk calendar. I know we all have our phones, but I don't use my calendar on my phone. I actually have a paper calendar, and I'm proud of it. Here they've used the origami paper. Let's bring these over. Simple, easy, basic. Put a magnet on the back of that, and somebody's got a thoughtful little gift. Again, room for a picture, room for a sentiment, room for a business card. Ooh, yeah. What if you did these for and gave them as gifts with your business card on them with a magnet on the back? Look at how pretty. We get questions all the time. Come January next year, people will be saying, when are the 2024 calendars coming? When are the 2024 calendars coming? So you've got Valentine's is circled. Love this one. It's just simple and easy. And here they did the front and they did the back. We've got a hello. They pulled a chipboard from years gone by, but they used the stencil from Creative Expressions. They used the brick stencil. So in the Creative Expressions stencils, there's large bricks and small bricks. There's large stars and small stars. There's large hearts, I think, and small hearts. And a birthday card. So imagine making 12 birthday cards, and on each one you put a different month, and then whomever you give them to, they circle the date of the person that they're going to give them to. What an amazingly thoughtful gift. Really thoughtful. So this is the 2023 calendar tabs. I don't want to rush. I don't want to get to 2024 too soon. I'll be 55 in 2024. My brain still thinks I'm 18. My body doesn't think so, but hey, my head still says, sure you are, go for it. Absolutely. You can garden all day long and then think your back's not gonna hurt the next day, sure. Okay, so where are you gonna find all of this stuff? Well, the Simply Defined is our brand. So the chipboard and the acrylic is here exclusively with us, as are those calendar tabs. Those are ours, and you know, I do my own shapes. Everybody does different things. I know that there's a standardized shape out there that I think Do Crafts has and Couture Creations has. We changed it up. I wanted them bigger. I wanted them easier to read. I wanted them to have more pizzazz, so we do our own. You're going to find those here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. You will probably be able to find Stays on Ink, or at least at your local independent retailer. Absolutely. They probably will have some of the blending tools. I mean, if you can find it at your local retailer, please do. The origami paper, well, the origami paper it's really a smoking hot deal. Whether you get it with the two, not one, but 2 calendar tabs, 2 packs, so 20 calendars, and 3 of your each pack of your origami for $5.99, or you just get the 3 packs of origami for $3.95. Somewhere in there. I don't think you can pass it up. I was not crazy about the front sides. I went absolutely berserk. I lost my mind when I saw the backside shimmers. I really did. They were I'm like, oh, I absolutely can do something with this. And you're going to give it to me for what price, so that I can give it to our customers for what price? Shimmer paper? Count me in. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Don't forget, Tim is still on sale. Probably the best prices, the best bundles, exclusive bundles only here that you will find anywhere. And they are ready to start shipping next week. So I will see you hopefully next week, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom for the next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class. I hope you enjoyed this class and that I was able to teach you something. And again, please support your independent retailers. Anything that you can get from them, introduce yourself, say hello, and I'm sure that even if they have to order it for you, they would be happy to. And if you don't have a local independent retailer, well, then we do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Bye.